Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Friday, August 2nd, 2019 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi. Hello. And our energy mantra for today is there is worth in the whispers of my heart. And today we do have some things going on, but we're building into this inconjunct, this exact inconjunct. Inconjunct is where we have energies, planetary energies, that don't see eye to eye between Mars and Pluto. And Mars and Pluto are interesting because they both rule that Scorpio energy and both have to do with power, power and transformation and taking action. And the fact that they're not going to be seeing eye to eye is we have Mars in the sign of Leo and Pluto in the sign of Capricorn. It's bringing up a lot of stuff. So I've been talking about this yod, this Mars yod that we have going on. This Mars yod right now has Neptune feeding in and Pluto feeding into it. It did have Saturn feeding in, but it's moved on now to this Pluto, Neptune-Pluto energy. And it is definitely bringing up past karmic stuff. So be aware. It could be past lives. It could be ancestral. And I know you've been like, how many times have you said it this year? A lot. This is a year where we're really processing these old things. It's funny because I was talking about history class growing up to Joe earlier today, and I was like, I was never very good at remembering dates, like the War of 1812. Why do I have to know the date? But the thing is I do think it's good to know the patterns in our history, in our ancestry, in our nation's history, because we are very conditioned to follow the flow. Do I have the conditioning card? I don't have the conditioning card. I should, but we're very conditioned to follow the flow of things. You know, whether we are conscious of it or not, we are following patterns of lifetimes, patterns of our ancestry, patterns of our country's history. So it is up to us to be like, yes, this is a pattern to follow, or hey, this is a pattern I want to break. Now, this is all important because there's a lot of energy around power. And I think this is a good time to, start really looking at this, as we will be having early in the next year, Saturn and Pluto coming together. So it's a good time to look at this. So I always love that quote, when the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will have peace. It's something along those lines. But I want you to question, what is power to you? And as I was thinking about it, I feel like for a lot of people, power is ultimately having your way. And it even took it a step further to like, okay, so power is having it your own way, which is manifesting. But what is, that may be what, some view as power, and maybe in a lower conscious state may feel like power. But I really truly believe that what true power is when you can embrace embodiment of yourself, embodiment of the soul, working with what is instead of fighting what is, finding the light and the shadow in what is, and working to bring harmony between those energies. I really do feel like that's power. But most of all, the embodiment, the embracement of these energies. So just check yourself, as we build to this inconjunct. What is power to you? And is there a part of you, based on patternings, based on what we've been taught around success and happiness, that feels like power is having what you want? And I would love to hear from all of you what maybe in that shadow state power feels like, and what it feels like, or what it is to you when you do tap into that soul energy, because we all learn this together. So building into that for today, what we've got going on, Venus squaring Uranus. So Uranus loves to shake stuff up. Uranus loves to shake stuff up, help us change. Uranus is the liberator. So Venus is in Leo. And with Uranus, the liberator, approaching, working with, squaring, bringing up resistance in Venus and Leo, one of the things that might be interesting to look at is, again, any of those power issues. Power being having what you want. And maybe the place where that Venus energy needs to surrender to the whispers of the heart. I feel like sometimes we think we want things that we don't even actually want. Again, we've been trained and ingrained to want these things. And if you really looked at what you wanted, what you really want is that liberation. What you really want is that freedom. What you really want is freedom of the expression, freedom of your creativity. Venus in Leo, freedom of creativity, freedom of love, freedom to love. So, be aware of those triggers coming up. Moon will be shifting into Virgo. So we're moving away from this Leo energy, bringing in a little earth, getting a little bit grounded. This is probably good. Those energies that are coming in, this Mars, Pluto stuff, that can be quite fiery, as those planets have a fiery energy. So Moon in Virgo, listening to the body. Again, that embodiment key comes in for this. What is embodiment to you? Are you listening to your body? Are you honoring your body? There are some mystics that will try to overrule the body with mysticism, with the higher self, with higher consciousness. But the thing is, our body, these temples, we're in them for a reason. And if you can embody this human, if you can listen to the needs of the human, you will find that balance in the light and the shadow within you and come to that place of true embodiment / soul power. So speaking of Uranus, the moon is also connecting to Uranus today. Watch your triggers around your body. Listen to what your body is telling you. If something doesn't feel right in your body is trying to communicate with you. So listen to it. I think sometimes our mind thinks that it is so much smarter than the rest of the self, but that is just an illusion. There is intelligence in every cell, every atom in your body. So listen to its signals. It's trying to liberate you from something, whether it's a feeling that needs to go or a habit that needs to go or something that needs to come in. Listen to these inclinations. It is trying to drive you onto this new path. This path of this embodied energy. Yeah. See, we're moving and grooving. Finishing up the Mercury retrograde, going through these old feelings that come up. The old stuff, past life stuff. But getting past the illusion of it and knowing that it's just coming up to move along and trusting in the guidance. This is an earth card. Trusting in the guidance that your body, your embodied self brings you. So, I am going to be talking about this a lot for the next few days because this is very important. It came through really, really strongly. But for today, that is it. So take a second. What are you grateful for? I'm grateful for the messages of my body helping to guide me closer to my soul truth. And besides that, you can always book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. And the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. And you absolutely 100% have the power, the true, authentic power of being fully embodied. Namaste.